Nella Rose is a true media queen. She's known for her authenticity, iconic catchphrases like, "Are you not embarrassed?
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing."
She's collaborated with the Brit Awards, MTV, Pretty Little Thing. Like, sis is really in her brand deals bag, and I love that for her. And she was voted the best media personality of the year. So the babe is an accoladed babe. And this all started from YouTube. I mean, I really want to do a whole series about the different YouTubers that have been able to expand beyond YouTube and create a career for themselves, a very lucrative career for themselves. But I wanted to start with Nella Rose because she's such a great example of how authenticity wins, especially in this YouTube content creation space. And we can learn some valuable lessons from her. Hi, my name is Bolaji and welcome to Bolaji Inc. Yes, this is the channel that we discuss like icons, pop icons, and the business and marketing techniques they use to help expand their brands and earn millions. This channel just covers everything to do with business and marketing while also covering pop culture a little bit. And so without further ado, girl, let's get into this video. 'Cause there's nobody that I'm looking for. I just want you hard. So let's start with her unique approach to content creation. She was in university and she decided to make a video about life in university. And the setup that she used was a very new setup at the time. I think she actually was the first one to ever do the setup where it was like a bunch of her friends got asked the same question and they all got to reply in different ways, and it was edited really funny, and that went viral. And that basically sparked her interest in creating more YouTube content. So she kind of started like a Uni Chronicle series, repeating that same format once she realized that it was going to be successful. And she described the YouTube landscape at that time to be very much divided. So she said that the men were on one side, so like KSC, pranks, and then the women were on one side doing beauty, and then I guess you would have the relationship couples, but there was nothing really where it was kind of platonic male and female coming together. So she decided that she wanted to kind of bring men and women together in a relaxed and casual way, and the viewership loved it. So she continued on her journey creating videos about uni, being in an African household and being relatable, and I think people were really drawn to her authenticity, her funniness, but also her showcasing her friends. Like, I remember a big thing about Nella that I saw a lot of people tweet and say is that she put a lot of her friends on, and I think that is the case. Like, a lot of people were able to build YouTube careers from starting on her YouTube. Even Nella herself emphasizes the need for like organic and authentic creation and like content creation and doing something that's like not fitting the mold, doing something different, so that way people can come and look to you for something different. She said she didn't want to be a copycat, she didn't want to do something the same, she wanted to always bring her uniqueness and difference to it. So at first she kind of was doing more funny content, more relatable content. Oh my god, not my no, we're not gonna do that, no. So she started off with comedy and relatable videos and bringing her friends together, but then after that she transitioned into comedy hauls. So I didn't actually know this at the time, but she said that she was one of like the first people to make funny comedy hauls, and I kind of believe her. She said that she thought about the fact that when stuff didn't fit, people would just not try it on in the videos, but she was like, she's gonna try it on the fact that it doesn't fit and make it funny. And once she did that, that also went viral. Prior to that, people were not really doing funny hauls. It was more like, oh, fashion serious, I'm so serious. But then she was like bringing comedy into it, and I don't know if she was the first person to do it, but after she did it, then it probably caught on. So number two, let's talk about the authenticity within herself. I think another reason why Nella Rose is so successful is because of how authentic she is. And I touched on this in the earlier point, but I wanted to do a whole point just on the authenticity. Because I remember there was a time where she wanted to get a BBL or something, and then she didn't get the BBL for whatever reason was. But then it was like, from then on, she kind of championed being natural, being just different and not the typical looking influencer. And I think for a lot of women, especially a lot of women in the UK, that is so much more relatable than, you know, the standards that are pushed down our throats on Instagram, etc. Nella Rose really just looks like the girl next door, especially in London. Do you get me? Like, she really, not, and I mean that with the most respect, because she's absolutely gorgeous, but she just looks like a normal girl from London. But honestly, I do feel like because she's kind of stuck to her own self and not done anything too extra, she looks just like herself. Like, she just has stayed looking the same since, and it does make her more relatable. And I think beyond that, she also embraces her diversity. Like, she embraces the fact that she's different, she embraces the fact that she's quirky, she's funny, you know, she embraces those parts of her without it being cringe and like, oh my god, I'm so weird. Like, pause. If you like videos like this, breaking down people in pop culture and like their marketing and business techniques and why they are like the way they are, you would love my channel. Like, let me just say, so if you want to give me a little subscribe, go ahead, it will not kill you, it will help me. It will help me. And if you want to like book a consultation with me so we can talk about your brand and how we can take it to the next level, marketing techniques, marketing campaigns, because you know, I'm a creative marketing consultant. Yeah, I am. So if you want to talk with me, then book the link in my description and let's get back to the video. So lastly, I want to talk about Nella's smooth transition to mainstream success. So one thing that was integral, I believe, in making her like a mainstream influencer and a go-to person for brands to go to is because she was so integrated in the meme culture. Like if you think about it, there's like a lot of Nella Rose memes. Like if you actually, like this babe has, it's not even just the are you embarrassed? I want to shake my ass in a thong. There's pictures, there's gifts, there's, do you know what I mean? There's a loads of, I'm gonna probably insert like a trailer of all the memes, right?
I've been suffering. I suffered for 19 years. It's time for me to shake my ass on a yacht. In Dubai. In a thong.
Before you make a negative comment, please just think about what it would be.
And think about what your mum looks like before you want to come and drag me. And now you're lit everywhere you go. Classy. Yeah. You won't have to sign. I'm a woman of standard.
Oh, damn.
The babe is actually part of the internet. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like you know how New York from Flavor of Love, like how there's just so many iconic phrases that New York has. Like I think if in 10 years time it's gonna be the same, like so many just funny things that Nella Rose says. So she's very much ingrained in the meme culture. And she herself said that, so she would make a video on YouTube, someone would take that, clip it up and put it on Twitter. So from there that would generate viewership and they would all come and try and find her YouTube content. Sorry guys, I just saw a butterfly. I know, it's like when you see a butterfly, it's just so pretty. Those people who saw her on TikTok and Twitter would go and follow her on YouTube, and then that is how she kind of would gain popularity and become this mainstream content creator. Obviously that then led to TV opportunities, brand collaborations, you know what I mean? And she has always kind of done stuff that in my opinion align with her brand. Like always funny stuff, never something too serious. And I feel like even Catfish, even though it's kind of serious, it's still like funny as hell. And I think her humor and relatability has just positioned her in a great space for brands to pick her up. Resulted in her working with Netflix, For Asylum, JBL. Like what's next, Nella? Let's know what's next. So lastly, of course, this has to have some sort of education in it, and we're going to talk about what we can learn from Nella. Number one, authenticity and staying true to yourself. I've said authenticity about 15 fucking times in this video, so you get the drift. I genuinely think a big selling point for Nella is that she's just herself, she's just funny, she's super relatable, and she just has been that way. It ain't really shaped with her. Like she stayed the same. And it doesn't seem like she's lost sight of her core brand identity. You know, the brand identity stayed the same, the target audience she's trying to target has stayed relatively the same, and she's remembered the original people that put her on in terms of her fans. And I think even while evolving and experimenting with new editing styles, video styles, e.g. the comedy hauls, she's still found a way to still keep it centered in the Nella Rose scent. Number two, providing unique and high quality content. Nella Rose's videos from get-go have always been high quality, highly edited well, very funny, and she always brought something unique to the table. Like I said, she brought the uni videos first, then changed up the comedy hauls. Like she was just always being ahead of the curve and like being like innovative, okay? Number three, evolving and reinventing herself. We didn't really go too much in detail into this, but like I said, when she did the comedy hauls, it's about evolving, adapting with your brand and your business needs and trying new things, but also knowing when to try these new things and also knowing when to bring something new to the table. She started off with YouTube. I don't think she even still drops YouTube videos to this day. So she has changed, you know, it's not the same types of videos, but there's still the Nella Rose brand, which has its core identity and values, which have stayed the same. And number four, just having that competitive advantage. Like I said, the way she described the YouTube landscape, she analyzed her market. She took that time to really recognize the competitive landscape and differentiate herself within that landscape, because it's crucial. You have to stand out, you have to be unique. And by analyzing your other competitors, even if you're not competing against them, but the people that you want to be like, you have to analyze them. You have to see what works well for them, you have to see what doesn't work well for them. And it helps you identify opportunities to position a different selling option than whatever's on the market right now. So like I said, she identified that YouTube was very split, so she brought people together, and that was unique and offered something different to the market, and so it went viral, you know? And I know it's easier said than done, but those are definitely some things we can learn from Nella Rose. So guys, if you like this video, definitely check out my video on Pink Pantheress, because that video slaps. That's even like a 16-minute video. If you like a long video, that one, you will like that one. And yes, don't forget, if you want to book a consultation with me, Book the link in my description. It's the Calendly link. We can get to talking. We can get to cracking. And I will see you guys next week Monday as usual. Every Monday I'm here. Okay, every Monday I'm here. Bye.